And when it doesn't like work out, you like, see, I told you, and it just happens like that.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
But what I'm saying
it's
is,
not authoritative though.
It's not. No, I'm not trying to say it's authoritative, but he's still the head of the household. That's what I'm saying.
He is, absolutely.
So what do you think the head means though? He's the head.
Yeah, but it's not all about. It's not. As long as men don't get it confused, because I think some men get it confused. It's not a dictatorship.
Yeah, some men do go out of control. They got to go on a power trip.
Understand.
But you can't go on a power trip.
I used to break in the ammo, then take up running like the game of Temple. It's simple, I play with a mental. Mama said she saw me on Jimmy Kimmel. Canada, cause I'm a minor symbol, walking with the rats, I'm looking crippled.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gin Blend Podcast. My name is JJ.
And I'm Raquel, aka Nurse Roc, and I am happy to be back.
Yep, episode 12.
Episode 12.
All right, y'all. We was going to talk about some other things, but we had a couple conversations with some people, and we got to touch back on some things from last week. It might be a little bit controversial this week, so it's going to be a good episode. So,
yeah, I'm ready to jump right in.
All right, go ahead.
So, yes, we definitely have planned on doing a different subject, but this is going to be a part 2, a continuation of last week. And if you didn't watch last week, you need to get in and watch that episode. But just for a quick little summary of what we talked about last week, it had to do with gender roles in the different generations and how things have changed. There were a few people that had a couple of things to say about, they felt like they were still traditional. But even that, I think, is a little bit off-center to think that way. I don't think people may think they're traditional, but if we go back to the way things were, you were really not, because there's so much added to what it used to be.
I mean, you still got your few traditional relationships out there.
Well, I mean, I think so, but I think we just define anybody can define traditional however they want to. Yeah. If that's fair. Mm-hmm. But so I want to jump right in on my side, because I feel like I didn't speak up enough, and I think some things might have been misunderstood. Sometimes when I'm like really, really quiet, it means that I might not really agree with everything, but I'm trying to not be controversial.
I can low-key kind of see that in your face in the last episode.
Yes. There was a few things I was like, But I do feel I am in agreement that we definitely see more participation from fathers.
Yeah,
for sure. Like they're helping with baths. We can't even argue that. They're helping with, getting the kids ready. They're taking them here. They're showing up to events. Mm-hmm. They're taking over when mom goes to work. I think what happened was maybe some of the comments we made about maybe CEOs, women being CEOs, but they want to make a decision on whether they want to have kids. And then if they have kids, if they step away for a year, should they be judged for that and not be given the same opportunities because now they have children type of thing? I think that was one of the things that kind of got us a lot of inside comments that we needed to bring out today.
Yeah, you want me to jump into that?
Yeah, jump in, whatever.
All right, so
I'm ready for you this
shout
time.
Out my homie.
Wait. Before we go into it, just know I'm your mom, but not your mom. Okay? I'm gonna have to it's gonna be what I want. What I'm gonna say is what I'm gonna say. Okay.
All right, but I don't mean I gotta agree with it though.
You don't have to agree with it.
Right.
No, you don't.
All right, so y'all. All right, so shout out my homie Devin. He was telling me about an article that he read doing some research for his one of his wife's research papers, and he was talking about how this CEO, a female CEO of a Fortune 500 company, was talking about how if women want to be in positions like that, they have to make sacrifices. Like they can't be family oriented and like make it to all the games or the dance recitals or the birthday party. Well, I don't know if you said birthday party, but basically she was saying that you can't be that involved with family if you want to be that higher up in a position.
You have to make choices.
Yeah, you have to make choices. So
it's
basically the same choices that men make, basically. Because men, it's more acceptable for men to make those choices.
It is.
Yeah. And it's frowned upon when women make those choices. So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. But
that's coming from a woman. So a man didn't say this. A woman said this.
Oh, no. I mean, honestly, I do agree with that part. I feel like there is a lot of division. I feel like when it comes to that, because you kind of divide in your heart, right? Mm-hmm. You have this desire to do to go up in the ladder, but then you also want the chance to have a family, bring someone in the world, have a part of you out there to raise them and, to carry on your legacy type of thing. So I definitely know how that would divide, because I feel like for me, the way me and your dad did a few things, one of those reasons had to do with the children. Like almost everything we did until you guys were a certain age was surrounded around, every decision we made was about y'all, which is why he had trouble working for someone else because he wasn't willing to miss the games. He wasn't willing to do all these things. And so he went into entrepreneurship and started his own business so that he could be involved. And honestly, that's what's going on with a lot of women. Yeah. Because you have a lot of women that's running things, that's starting their own companies, that are their own boss because they know that they have the capabilities to actually run these companies, be successful, carry the children, manage the household, keep everybody in order, because that's just what women do.
Yeah, but is there such thing as too strong of a woman though?
No. I mean, I don't feel like I think if a woman is really strong, she could be strong, but everybody, I don't care whether you're weak or strong, you still need to manage how you roll in life. Yeah. So she can be strong, but there's still ways that she needs to tweak on how to, communicate and do all the things. Even if she's going to be in a relationship, she's going to have to figure out how to share leadership. I feel like I know I have a lot of associates that are high in leadership, and I think that is probably one of the issues, is that if you are the boss, you the person, you doing everything by yourself, and all those, it's hard for you to say, okay, now when you come home and be with me, you're not gonna make any decisions. I want to be the one that does everything. So it's going to have to either way be a balance. Yeah. And then I feel like some of y'all men created these situations. And I can't speak for I'm not speaking for all men, because like I said, with me and your dad, we've been together for a long time. Yeah. But so that has never been an issue with us, but I've seen it so much where what do you expect from women when, first of all, what is it, 7 to 8 times more women than men? So everybody's not going to be in a relationship. Everybody's not going to stand on the side of the road and be a damsel in distress. Some women have to depend on themselves to do what they got to do. And then they set a system and build their self up, sometimes way higher than men build themselves up. They have a strategy. They got it done. Yeah. And then you want them to play like they...
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You don't want them to play like they need all these things. But it's like, I understand what you're saying about a balance, but you can't. Some women are too alpha though. Like they don't want to be, when they want to be with a man, and then they have a man, they don't know how to let that man lead. I agree with that too. So I agree with some of that.
Sometimes they question the man's decision making. And they want to be the one to make all the decisions.
I feel like neither one should make all the decisions. But
no.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's wrong about that statement?
I feel like the woman deserves to put input on decisions, but I feel like the man really has to, he's the head of the household. You don't agree with that?
I do agree with that.
So he has to make the final decision and consider your input, yes. But the man still has that final input.
So let me go ahead and let you know. That's most of the time. That's not how that works. So for a happy relationship, most of the time that is not how that works. And I'm gonna just say, as somebody that's been in a relationship for 36 years, married.
So how do y'all do it? So y'all talk about about y'all decisions.
The reason why we're still happily married is because communication is key. We don't try to hide anything from each other. We talk it through. When big decisions have to be made, I will tell you right now, if somebody calls your daddy, now if they have to do with business, that's different because that's his ball. But it has something to do with this household. He's gonna say, okay, well, I can't really tell you all the way about that yet. Let me discuss that with Roc. If somebody calls me,
I've seen that. Yeah.
You know you. I know you have. But if somebody calls me and they want to know something about this household, I'm not gonna be like. I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let me talk to my husband. Let me talk to John, and we'll talk about it. But what we do, and then we get together and we discuss it. But I don't feel like at the end of the day he has the final say. It just depends. It's not a final say. It's like us. It's just us making a decision.
What if y'all come to a disagreement and y'all can't agree on something? So what then?
Usually one of us will be like, well, you know what? Go ahead and do it. Do what you're gonna do, but remember.
That's what I'm saying. So
do what you're gonna do. It's not really like. It's not like, oh yes sir. Like it's not like he's gonna make a decision.
See, that's why I was trying to, because I was trying to. The way it came out, that's what it was. What I was trying to.
Well, I just want to. You want to clarify. We want to get it clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear this up.
Yeah, we just want to get it clear.
I've seen it happen where, like, my dad really wants to do something. He's like, I don't know about that. But then if y'all can't, come to a conclusion, you be like, all right, we'll do it. And then when it doesn't like work out, you like, see, I told you, and it just happens like that.
Yeah,
but
it's not. But
what I'm saying
it's not authoritative though.
It's not. No, I'm not trying to say it's authoritative, but he's still the head of the household. That's what I'm saying.
He is, absolutely.
So what do you think the head means though? He's the head.
Yeah, but it's not all about. It's not. As long as men don't get it confused, because I think some men get it confused. It's not a dictatorship.
Yeah, some men do go out of control. They got to go on a power trip.
Understand.
But you can't go on a power trip. I'm saying the men that be trying to lead and they don't be on a power trip, some women still can't handle that.
That's true.
That's what I was trying to get.
Now, and sometimes, and I know this as a fact because I have a lot of friends, and I know sometimes one of the reasons why women that are very independent been doing on their own homes, got all the things, got retirement set up, they got their whole life together. Sometimes when they are in a relationship, what turns them off is that when a man is indecisive or a man doesn't know how to lead. Mm-hmm. That's the problem too.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I can be indecisive.
Yeah, I mean, all of us can, but it's like some things. If you have been doing your own thing, let's say, and that's these type of women have a certain criteria they're looking for, and it's not really. And people always say it's about she's gold digger, she looking for. No, baby, she got her own money, so she's not looking for. It's not about the income. It's about certain characteristics. Are you going to consider me? Are you going to make me feel safe? Are you going to be able to make certain decisions? Am I going to have support that I need? Are we going to be able to support each other? Are we going to have goals that we both can grow? Will you get insecure when you see me growing or doing certain things? Like those are the things that those type of women look at. They're, they have it's not all about, I know men are like, oh, she just been by herself so long. No. Well,
yeah, sometimes it is.
Yeah, she has. She might have been by her, but she's been doing it by herself.
But because some of the women that be by themselves for that long and then they get in a relationship, a man can do one little thing and it's over for him. She out of there. It's not like back in the day where you can mess up a couple times and they be like, they work through it and work it out.
I feel like men sometimes feel intimidated by these type of women and they don't communicate well.
There are men out there like that.
Yes, I feel like if you communicate, listen, hey, and let her know, hey, listen, I see you doing your own thing. I see that you got it. You have it together. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm trying to bring to the table. Like you can't come tiptoeing around women like that.
Yeah,
you just can't. And I would never ever tell a woman to settle for something that she doesn't want. And I'm not talking, like I said, I'm not about talking about income, because I feel like you can grow each other. You can get goals and grow together. It's about, being open, transparent, vulnerable when you need to be, showing the things that she has been missing, that you can supply that.
About that though, like being vulnerable and stuff like that. Some women make it hard to be vulnerable with them.
That's true, because some of them have a wall up.
Yeah. So
some of them have a wall up because and that's probably one of the some of the reasons why some are like that is because of the stuff they dealt with in the past. And I feel like sometimes, even though people say they don't carry the baggage, I feel like they do bring the baggage. I feel like it's hard to let go of some things, especially if you've been hurt bad.
See, I'm different.
Carried into relationships.
I'm different. I'm able to move like forward and I don't like to bring baggage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to move forward. I know a lot of women do like to bring baggage. Like they bring something from the past into the next relationship.
Yeah.
Or it could be something that happened in the current relationship and, you know, they want to stay on that. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like if you start a relationship with a woman, I'm pretty sure you already know that something happened, or I'm sure, because usually that's when everybody just yapping it off, honey, in them first few butterfly moments, and you you talking about your past, talking about what you want, what went wrong, all these things. So you find out some things about her then. That's when I feel like it's up to, since the man want to leave, that's up to him then to change your communication style. Get yourself together where you can find how you're going to get close to this woman by understanding her and what her needs are. Sometimes we don't even care. We're so wrapped up in ourselves that we're not asking the right questions. We're not paying attention to the right things.
Yeah, I've been guilty of that.
Then honestly, even if the man say the woman comes with a baggage, well, then they stuck in their ways too. Men.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm prime example sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll definitely be stuck in my ways sometimes.
I want to clarify what I really want last week was to be a shine on the fathers that are stepping up. The fathers that are, even if you are the breadwinner, let's say the wife is home, she's caring for the kids. Back in the day, the father saw that happening, but they didn't get too involved with the kids, right? The mom was doing everything. But now what I have noticed is that no matter how, if the father is like CEO, whatever he's doing, I do feel like the father, when they get home, they acknowledge the children more. They show more affection with the children more. That's what I was talking about. That will help build our kids' foundation to be stronger. I feel like be more confident because they have that support, that all around support.
Yeah, and they still find ways to help her out, like around the house,
and still find ways, help them with the bath, help them with all the things like that. That's what I'm talking about. It's just like, I don't think it's right for us to be so hard on the independent woman, or for us to just say things should stay traditional, because there's not a true definition of traditional.
Yeah. I just think the independent woman has made it harder for, like, it changed the outlook on relationships today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because independent women, like I said, like I was trying to say earlier, they don't take nothing, man. One little slip up, you out of there, buddy.
I mean, things have just evolved. It's just not easy to get. It's not as easy as it used to be to get a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't go in like, oh, baby, I drink your bath.
I like that.
Water. And then you think she gonna fall in your arms, like, oh.
That's another thing we can talk about.
No, we ain't.
I think it was easier to get women back in the day.
I think for some people it was.
Yeah. I mean, I
think women in general, and as the generations go, become less and less trusting because of the things that are happening.
Yeah.
People are so deceptive.
And
fact. I feel like
they always been deceptive though.
But in some ways, but I felt like some people were they wanted a wife, they wanted to settle, they wanted and you could see it in them, and it wasn't all this trickery going on as much as it is now. With all, I feel like access to social media,
we got it,
and the cell phones and all that kind of stuff, kind of put a whole new.
Yeah, you were saying there's more women in the world. But now we got access to a variety of different women for the internet and stuff like that. Yeah. So, like, I can see
long distance social media relationships or whatever. And then y'all, people meeting up and doing all the things. So it's more
family
room.
Whole 2 states away.
Right. It's more room for some stuff to be happening that we're not used to. But I don't know. So I feel like communication is key with all of that. I still want to give my props, some of the people that made, some of the comments. I love them to death. I think they're great. I think they're wonderful fathers. So there's never been a question to any of that. I think that people are just going to have different views on what they want their family to look like.
Yeah,
but the fact that they're involved is what is the true.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's the involvement. How do you plan on? Because these families are just different now.
Yeah. Me personally, though, I don't want to get it twisted. I prefer an independent woman. I prefer a woman to have her own coin, and help me out because I be stressed. help a brother out, please.
Your daddy was like, listen. I feel like, and honestly, I feel like your dad in the beginning, like, of our relationship, I felt he was like more of a, I think it was more like a 50-50, let's get out there, let's do this type of thing. And that's what it was, like us against the world type of thing when we first got married. And then he just, with everything took off with his business, and he just, was actually the provider for a long, long time. But when I started working and bringing in good coin, he was like, wait a minute, I like this.
I would like it too.
He was like, I like this.
Yeah, cause even like a lot of my friends and stuff, when I be like telling, they be asking about y'all, I be telling them like what y'all got going on, and they be like, oh man, yo, Mama Roc and Mr. John, y'all, they a power couple.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
I'm grateful too. I'm grateful.
So yeah, I feel like your independence and his independence combined makes something great. So
So I think, I really feel like y'all, definitely. I'm sorry if I went off on a tangent and didn't ask y'all any questions, your opinions, but I'm asking them now. Like, what do you think? What do you think about the gender roles now? Tell me, what do you think? And now, if you haven't watched part 1 of this, that means you got to go back and watch and catch up on these episodes. But what do you think about the gender roles? What do you think about an independent woman? Why do you think a woman is so independent? Is it something wrong with a woman being so strong? Answer these questions. Give us your opinions. We love this, and definitely we may, whatever you tell us, we look at it, we evaluate, and sometimes it hit us so hard that we have to come on and talk about it. So whatever you feel, put it in the comments, and don't be afraid to comment on other people's comments. Like, if you agree, if you don't agree, whatever. That's what this tribe is all about. We're about engaging. We're about bringing value to society, educating, and just shooting the breeze and having a comfortable place, a safe place that we can just learn more.
Yeah, I kind of like this episode because I wanted a little bit more controversy. Everybody say we agree on too much, so
we need more controversy.
Yeah, we need a little bit more controversy. Good controversy though, not we can't not know like
that. But it's hard because it's a little bit hard for us. Which I know it's going to be some things we're going to disagree on, but
well,
I feel like I raised you.
I'm about to say you raised me. So
most of the opinions you're gonna have, most of the big life opinions, I feel like we're gonna match a little bit. But I know there's some things that we're definitely different on.
I feel like since I grew up on the social media stuff, like I feel like my opinions are kind of skewed a little bit from the way you raised me a little bit.
They are.
Yeah.
You still got that foundation there.
Yeah, I still got the foundation.
But you still rough around the edges.
I am.
Definitely rough around the edges. It's okay. You be you.
Yeah. I hope
I got your back no matter what how you do it. It don't matter to me.
I hope people don't take my take the wrong way. Everybody be like,
I feel like you do have. I think you might communicate some things differently, and people might take it wrong. Yeah. So you might. How they say, you might get got. They might get you in. How Medea say, get got. You might get got in them comments because sometimes you can't. He don't mean nothing by it, y'all. Don't be too hard on him.
Yeah. It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, I definitely want us to do that. I want us to get that out in the open so that we can move on. I think now we maybe can move on to our next time. We'll move on to something new. But this one has 2 parts, so make sure y'all enjoy both.
Oh, can I speak on something too?
Go ahead.
A little self-promotion. So this past weekend, Labor Day weekend, started streaming finally on TikTok. Streaming
it's been
NBA
fun.
2K26, came out, so I've been playing that and playing a little bit of Fortnite, so I'm getting my streaming feet wet.
I like it. Yeah. I actually enjoy it. Now, I'm going to just be honest with you. I like Fortnite better. I like when y'all do the Squid Games because y'all, y'all be screaming and hollering and can't and scared and running and can't.
So 2K, I think only people that like 2K is like basketball people or people who are competitive because like we get too competitive with each other sometimes, and so we take each other accountable when we make mistakes. That's how we be. You heard us arguing on the stream and stuff.
I like being able to see you and then see the game and then hear all y'all talking while y'all playing the game. I think it's interesting. I think you just need to make sure you're letting all your people know prior
Yeah,
to
I
going
gotta do
on
better at that.
and come up with a time that you're going to do it so that
Yeah,
people
I gotta
know.
do better at multitasking too, reading the chat and playing the game at the same time.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I enjoyed this. Ooh, got a little bit off my chest. Ooh. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's the word for this week?
So the word for this week is Miss Independent. Oh, that's 2 words. We do comment Miss Independent if you watch the whole episode.
Okay.
Shout out
it.
Neo. That's where I got that from.
I thought you got from Destiny's Child.
Oh yeah, they did have a song like that too.
Something
I was thinking about
similar
Neo when I.
Oh, Neo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Cause it came on. Actually, it came on like yesterday. I was listening to it because
Okay.
I was showing Layla the Rihanna song, Love Song with Future.
Okay.
And that joke was funny. So I was playing it. I was like, "Hey Layla, this some heat right here." And she had her little stuffed animal Olaf. She was like, I don't like this song, but Olaf loves this song. And I was like, you never even heard this song before. So I was singing it, whatever. I had it bumping too. I was singing it. And then it went off. It was going off. She was like, actually, Daddy, I like that song. Can you play it again? I was like, all right. Then. I was like, I know I got some heat on the playlist. Yeah, we listened to it 6 times on the way home.
Okay. All right, y'all. We enjoyed y'all.
Yeah.
That's it? You good?
Yeah, we good.
All right, y'all. We are out. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure y'all come back next week for episode 13.
Come on.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Jesus couldn't even co-sign for me. I do what I want cause I'm signed to me. I get the bag. They get the back, have the credit to have. Time to comparing, y'all making me laugh. Need to rehab, I'm addicted to cash. Convertible walk, convertible top. My dope got a vertical, look at it hot.